So chapter 138 just dropped. I thought that it was supposed to come out in a few days, but I guess it's out early for some reason. Maybe it comes out normally around the 5th, but oh well. Thankfully, chapter 138 is done and over with after this video, so then I can move on and milk 139 as much as I humanly can. So right off the bat, we get a shot of all the Colossal Titans stopping and falling in front of everybody, which is pretty cool. And everyone's noticed that the bones are disappearing. The founding Titan has fallen and is gone. But what's interesting is that we're getting a little bit of an overview of that Ackerman-like headache thing again, which will be present later on in the chapter. And then Mikasa then says, that can't be. The last thing I heard was Eren saying that he hates her. And that obviously hurts anyone for any death, right? If the last thing the person said or the last thing you said to the person is that you hate them, that's just awful. Well, we get shots of everybody reuniting with their family, which is all cool. Even Annie meets her father for the first time. I think it's for the first time, I don't know. She sees her father, but Armin gets up and so does Rainer, but then there's the source of all living matter, the Centipede. It's still alive after the explosion, and it's moving. Out of nowhere, as Armin is walking away, a giant explosion happens behind him, and then we get Eren as the Colossal Titan, which I don't quite understand. Well, I do and I don't. There's a lot of this chapter that's a little hard to follow, but at the same time, it's a very straightforward chapter. Everything that I'm questioning will be answered in the next chapter, but I'll talk about that later. And so Gabby says, keep Eren away from that shiny thing, the centipede they're referring to. And Mikasa has that headache again, and she questions why must things end this way? And already, you can tell because of the headache, she knows what she has to do. And something in my prediction video, which first of all is going completely wrong, in the prediction video I didn't really understand how the Marleyans and Eldians would make up. I thought that maybe because of the greater threat, they'll come together and reunite and become allies, which is seeming to be what's happening. We see this guy, he's like, did you hurt your leg? And then I believe that's Annie's father. He's like, no, it's always been this way. And he's like, if you didn't bomb from the sky, we'd be trying to kill each other right now. And so they're working together to solve the issue. We've made enough mistakes, let's take care of this together. All of a sudden, everything gets engulfed in smoke, and it's coming from the centipede. And it's quickly noted that it's the same gas from the attack on Rangako village that turned everyone into Titans. And so Levi's like, all right, Mikasa, Piek, let's get on Falco and get out of here. We are unaffected by this gas. Everyone else is. Let's leave. And this is where things get a little strange. For some reason, Falco screams, which activates the Titan transformation, and he transforms everyone into Titans. I don't quite understand that, to be completely honest. I don't know why he did that. Unless maybe I'm misunderstanding things. There's a lot of people in the comments for this chapter. They're torn about if he did it or not intentionally, or maybe he was being manipulated by the centipede or Ymir. We really don't know. It's very confusing. Did he even turn them into Titans at all? Was that just a weird coincidence? I don't know, but I'm just noting that. And now Rainer, Piek, and Annie are all facing off against the horde of Titans and the Centipede, while Armin faces off against Eren. It is a colossal battle. And we see Connie, Jean, Gabby, and Rainer's mother all turn into Titans. And as I said in my previous video talking about the leaks for this chapter, I'm very surprised that they all got turned into Titans. However, I'll explain later why they're not going to stay Titans. It just doesn't make sense. We cut back to Mikasa again, having a major headache. And then she's like, I can't take this anymore. I want to go back to our home. And then we get this shot of Eren and Mikasa, but a different version of Eren and Mikasa. This Eren has short hair. And essentially, this is, from my understanding, this is an alternate future where Eren never starts the rumbling. This is after they attacked Marley, and this is them waiting for the attack on Paradis. These two fled and just went off on their own. I believe that's when this happens, and this is just a little bit after that. This is 2 months after, from what I understand. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. And what's interesting is Mikasa wakes up and says, it feels like I just had a really long dream, which is, I'm pretty sure that's what Eren said way back in chapter 1, and we can see tears running down her face just like Eren. It is a complete reverse of what happened back in chapter 1, and it's really cool. And to be honest, that's most of the chapter. We do cut back to everyone fighting, the Colossals duking it out, and Eren is like, take off the scarf, like, when I die, throw the scarf away, forget about me. And then our real world Mikasa puts on the scarf and says that she can't. And for some reason, she knows that Eren is in the mouth of the Colossal Titan. I don't exactly know why. Again, I'm going to talk about the vision in more detail after the rundown of the chapter, which is very soon. So I'll explain what that means. Levi helps Mikasa get into the mouth, and she's about to swing for Eren's neck, and then we get a cut to "See you later, Eren." It finally happens, and she's holding Eren's head in her hand, the alternate future version, and then she kisses him, and it turns out she's just kissing a decapitated Eren head, which is kind of weird, but I'm down for it. And then something that cracks me up is just seeing Ymir standing in the background, just going like, she's just watching them, and I like it. To the boy who sought freedom, goodbye. This is the death of Eren Yeager, this is the death. There is no way he's coming back from this. A lot of people are debating that, and I'll get to that in a sec. But basically, there's a lot to take away from this chapter. At first, I was very iffy about it. I wasn't a huge fan of the chapter, to be completely honest, but the more I thought about it, the more I kind of like it. And although I'm not able to answer a lot of the questions that it gives, I think I have a general idea of what's going to happen next chapter. So basically, let's answer the big burning question: what is this dream? What is this alternate future that we're seeing? This, I believe, is something that Ymir is showing both Mikasa and Eren. Because remember, the "See you later, Eren" is something that Eren saw back in chapter 1, which means that this can't just be her being a schizophrenic, which is what a lot of people are theorizing. And that made me think for a second, what if the rumbling never actually happened and this is the true future? The one where they're just in this cabin. But no, this isn't her just being a schizophrenic. This isn't her hallucinating anything. What this is I believe it's an altered memory that Ymir is giving to both Mikasa and Eren to kind of put them at ease, to put them at peace, so then they can do what they need to do, which is to kill Eren. Eren will not let himself die. He doesn't want to die. We know that he will do anything it takes to let his plan play out. However, we see here he's kind of just at peace. He's letting it happen. He's letting himself die. And Mikasa would never have killed Eren otherwise. So I believe that Ymir is altering both of their memories, making them see things to kind of put them at peace and at ease, so then that they can kill Eren. And a lot of people are debating whether or not Eren is actually dead here, and saying that he can regenerate, Ymir can bring him back, but there's a few issues with that. First of all, the only way that a Titan user can survive their head getting cut off from the neck is through the Centipede. That Centipede is nowhere near Eren at the moment. That is all the way with Rainer, Pieck, and Annie right now. It cannot help Eren. And then people are saying that Ymir could regenerate him, and no, that's not really true. Again, the only thing that can regenerate a neck cut is that. We've seen it happen 2 times in the series, in both of which the Centipede is what saved Eren's life both of those times, not Ymir. Ymir has never regenerated somebody above the neck. And even if she could, like I said, I think this is all a part of her plan. I think that she wanted him to die. We can see that she's smiling when Eren dies, which means that this is going according to her plan, which is just so weird. This is the part where I don't quite understand, and that is her plan. I tried looking back at a few chapters, and one thing that I noticed, and I'm pretty sure everyone else did as well, but we see back in chapter 135, we've been told, I believe back in 122, I believe back in chapter 122, we get it alluded to, but we actually see the act happen. Back in chapter 135, we see Ymir open the pen for the pigs so then they can get out. Thinking about this, I'm pretty sure this is a metaphor for the Paradis, right? The Eldians and the walls, and she is wanting them to be free and to be let out. That is what Ymir wants, is freedom for everyone. At the beginning of chapter 122, we see Historia talking to, I believe it might be her mother. Historia's like, "Girlish, what does that mean?" The mother's like, "Well, girlish means being like this girl, I think." And then she's pointing to Ymir. "You like her too, don't you, Historia?" It's because she's always kind and thinking of others. So because this world is such a harsh and trying place, you must be sure to grow up to be someone everyone loves, and live helping others as they help you, alright? And I'm pretty sure this is the author trying to say, this is what Ymir wants. Even though this is a weird altered version of what they perceive Ymir to be, I think that is what Ymir wants. She wants peace. She wants to help others and let them be free, right? And at the moment, the Titans are going to be destroyed because The tentacle cannot reunite with Eren. Eren is dead. It can't connect back with him. It's off with Raynor, so this parasite thing is going to die soon. And the Eldians and Marleyans, what's left of them anyway, have made up. And yes, the people who got transformed into Titans, because the parasite dies, all the Titans will go away, which means that they will most likely transform back into humans. Which also means, I believe Connie's mother should be alive, right? She never died, I don't believe. Was she still in the house? That would be really cool if they brought her back in the final chapter. But everybody will be restored. Ymir's goal and Eren and Ymir's goal are complete. She wants peace and freedom, and so does he. The Titans are gone. Marleyans and Eldians are reunited, and they're all good with each other. And something that's interesting about chapter 137 is that was Armin's chapter. Chapter 138 was Mikasa's chapter. So 139 should be Eren's chapter. And you might be thinking, how is it Eren's chapter if he's dead, right? Well, remember, we're going to see him in the paths. He's not dead completely. His physical body is dead, but he's still alive in the paths until it gets destroyed by the Centipede. He'll probably talk with Ymir and everything will be explained. She'll probably be like, hey, this was my plan, right? We wanted peace between people. We wanted Titans gone. They're all gone. Peace is assured. It's over. We can both rest. And that seems to be where they're heading with this. I'm sure Eren is just going to talk to Ymir and a few others in the paths for a quick moment before the paths get destroyed and all the Titans go away and die. This feels a lot like Doctor Strange and like him saying, this is the only way, right? Or the 1 in 14,765,000, whatever the number was. This feels very much like that all this chaos and destruction was needed for true peace to be achieved, because in the end, if you think about it, the main villain was the source of all living matter. It's very hard to kill that thing because we don't know what it is, we don't know the powers, so I assume this is probably one of the few ways that it could really die without being successful. So, the world's saved, the Titans are gone, everyone's happy, Eren's dead, Mikasa kissed a corpse, it's all great. That was chapter 138, and a little bit of my prediction for chapter 139. So what do you guys think about this chapter? I hear a lot of mixed reviews. Some people say it's great, some people say it sucks, and I want to know what you guys' opinions are on this, because at first I was really disappointed with the chapter, but when I explain it to myself, I think it's really cool. The possibilities for chapter 139 are pretty neat. I'm really excited for it. Then again, my prediction for 138 was completely wrong. So maybe my predictions for 139 are completely wrong and it could go in a completely different direction. But oh well, yeah, I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you think Eren's really dead, if that's even a debate at this point? How do you think the series is going to resolve? Because this seems to be a bit of a bittersweet ending, like it's been stated. Some people may say this is a happy ending, some people say this is a sad one, but I think this is a very nice bittersweet ending that fits for the series. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, subscribe and give this video a like, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.